second most decorated player in the history of Warcraft 3. FoCuS has won a lot of trophies himself, but mostly team games. One big one-on-one accomplishment, that was NEXT Winter in 2020, I believe. But okay, let's spin the wheel. Ooh, that golem isn't following FoCuS. Already a disaster.
Yep, that's not the best start. What is the item? Oh, Scourge Bone Chimes. Yikes!
You are once again a bit ahead of me, but yeah, Bone Chimes it is.
Well, poor FoCuS, dude. The uphill climb starts at minute 2.5.
Alright, you know, there's a lot more camps that can drop the Vamp Aura, so good luck with that, fingers crossed. But yeah, needs to do some movement, needs to create some big plays here, steal some stuff away ideally, threaten the peon line. That is very different from what Soen and Fly played with, oh, last hit, nicely done, from instant echo harass. I'm curious if that's just a map thing or if it's a style thing.
Yeah, pretty meaningful last hit here, I think. Slowing down the level 2 for the opponent, and the item hunt continues. What you want is those slippers and some claws. Circlets also very welcome. Those have been purchased already. Level 2 acquired now. But FoCuS not too far behind experience-wise, at least. But of course he doesn't have that juicy aura.
Not yet at least. That of course means that he needs to do some more healing. As there is no Vamp Aura, you see it reflected already. Lyn sharking around just a little bit too late. Of course the grunt movement was good, but also not too much of a curveball when it comes to creep routes. Pretty standard, same for the tier 2. And then it's time to level the Shadowhunter, but little level lead for Lyn. He got that critical strike down. Nobody even close to Windwalk 3, so kind of a tame early game.
The grunt kills are the little candies that you try to look out for in the early game. But without lots of claws, without level 3, not that easy to get. So then you're gonna follow into the main base with the burrow support. I guess that's not worth it. FoCuS creeping up a bit more. Finally gets level 2 himself. No item here for him. But honestly, aside from the Scourge Bone Shines themselves, game looking very even so far.
I agree. Lyn's presence here might delay Beastery and Totem if he sticks around for a little longer. And FoCuS unable to counter that. Multitasking by Lyn, wonderful. We see identical builds with Shadowhunter into Totem, into Beastery. And now is Lyn able to cancel this?
Into the Beastery? The answer is yes. FoCuS doing the same across the map. The damage is sufficient. These blades aren't crazily stacked, but being an agility hero, the right clicks are decent. Out the gate.
Backstab for the peon. That's annoying. Costs a little bit of lumber. Of course, in the late game tier 2, you don't need that much lumber, but there's Ensnare to be researched. There is a lag on my screen. There is a Walker Dispel to be researched. Are you lagging as well, Mr. Demo Man?
Dispel. Nope.
Remo, not on my birthday!
Nope. Stream looking fine at the moment.
I'm back.
Shadowhunters are now out. And where are we gonna go creeping, boys? It's sometimes, you know, sometimes when there's too many choices, it's hard to make a choice. You know, there's so many juicy camps on this map. Where do you go? It's like when you're a little kid and you're in the candy store and you look at the wall and everything's filled with candy. And what do you go for? It's hard to make that choice.
Yeah, kid in a candy store or Remo at a club. Basically the same thing. Good for FoCuS, I guess, in this situation, that he has still the lab to creep now for his Shadowhunter, but he's moving out on the map. Blade Master's getting caught, distracting there a little bit. But yeah, we're just getting ready for the big fights. Level 3 is the important number on the Shadowhunter.
Very cautious progress so far. Shadowhunter's not daring yet to go for a big camp. Oftentimes orcs love to go for the Merc camp early, creep that during nighttime where it's hard to get creep jacked. get the big experience, get the big item, and also go for maybe some Berserkers. Although I guess in Orc Mirror, Berserkers are a lot less common, a lot less popular, because really every unit matters. You need the Kodos, you need the Raiders, you need the Walkers. Normally later on, we'll be seeing fewer and fewer Grunts, but those other units are just so important.
Berserkers might help against Kodos down the road, but it's hard to get in close proximity to them. Level lead now on FoCuS on the Shadow Hunter. And Lyn, you shouldn't be willing to fight here. No. Walker Dispel, Ensnare. Lyn a little bit faster in the Ensnare department, but no Dispel upgrade yet. He queued the War Mill earlier. Maybe an indicator for faster Kodos as we're moving towards the shop again. And Lyn gets the heal scroll.
That is quite a nice edge, of course, for the first fight. Heal scroll plus Scourge Bone Chimes, but no heal wave just yet. It's one single kill to get that one. But especially in Orc Mirror, getting that first kill can be really hard. Lyn, more than aware of this. And we're splashing in the middle, in the shallow waters at the... What's the Shadow Hunter doing here? Excuse me, sir?
Whoa, little bit of a bait. Lyn doesn't have Dispel on his walkers. Did he forget about this?
Lumber.
Lumber,
issue. I think it's 100 lumber, right?
It's expensive and takes quite some time. He did pull the peons nonetheless, though, but he realized that now we move towards the mercenary camps.
Yeah, after the next walker, he's probably going to go for the upgrade then, finally.
Late with a little steal. Big mana potion is the dream. Oh, and FoCuS gets it. But inches away from 3. You can cut the tension with a knife here. Frog in a perfect position to observe the fight. So are we.
Shadow Hunter again far forward, but Lyn is holding on to the Ensnare. Ensnare is an important weapon here. With so few raiders, every Ensnare counts for a lot.
Both are getting ready for 60 food. There's Wind of Mana stealing on Lyn's side. Also not too shabby. 1 kill means level 3. This could just very well be a peon.
Lyn had to wait for the Adept, but now it finally is done. FoCuS, having had Adept for longer, may have a bit more mana on the walkers, but honestly it seems very comparable. Very even game still so far. Yeah. However, FoCuS has the supply lead here by a bit.
Okay, Lyn actually has 1 more Dispel with 3 walkers. That's curious. Okay, level 3. Is that the moment? Lyn is still 2 last hits away, basically. And can FoCuS get into a better position? He's still fighting that Vamp Aura, mind you.
Level 3 Shadow can oftentimes trigger the eagerness into action.
Lyn with a Berserker. 60 food for both of them. 1 Dispel used for Lyn. Now FoCuS is ahead. Oh, massively ahead in Dispels. But not willing to fight just yet. Waiting for the perfect 60 food army with the Walker, with the Raider, with the Kodo that are coming from the main base. Open battleground here next to the tavern. Another heal scroll. Is that evening out the heal wave?
I guess now it's time to go. Kodos kind of caught in the back. Ensnare finds it right away. The Berserker piercing damage here, quite nice. You have to ensnare the Kodo beast so don't get off Devours. Speed scroll popped as well. Look at it. And Lyn is looking for that Devour. Hex in the back. Also, so far no Kodos have gone down. Those are always the prime targets, as we know. FoCuS did get a Devour off, by the way. If I saw that right. Yep, 1 Grunt is in there. Heal scroll also used. And level 2 heal wave so far helping out nicely. But so is the Scourge Bone Chimes. Lyn the first one though to lose one of his Kodos.
Okay, there is a backup Kodo, so the command aura is still there. Lots of units drowning in HP. Heal wave, heal scroll. When is the perfect movement for that? Finally level 3 for Lin, and he was playing this so patiently, waiting for the level 2 heal wave. Now he can use his entire mana pool at the perfect time. Supply still neck and neck. Amazing save on that Walker, and we're diving for more Kodos, and in that regard, Lin is ahead. He's the best Kodo sniper in the game, and now the command aura is gone for FoCuS.
The Ward of Mana stealing here, really coming up clutch. Stealing all that mana away to Donner, still had lots of mana left over. Level 3 now for the Blade. Should be level 2 crit. Yep, without hesitation. Blade doesn't have the best items for damage, but it is something. 72 crit only from FoCuS. That is kind of sad. And the Blade Master also super low HP. Too sad to continue playing. FoCuS calls for the GG, and Lin does get the 1-0. It took only one fight. It was a pretty pacifistic game for the longest part. The one fight that counted, Lin was able to take home.
He's just the best. He is. Tell me one player who's even close in Blade Master, Raider, Walker, Shadowhunter fights. No one can match the fighting skills of June Park in that matchup.
For map number 2, FoCuS gonna have the pick, and it is Tidehunters like we saw before, and you deservedly mentioned it earlier. The FoCuS is the one hero here that, or this is the one map where the FoCuS normally looks the best. Is this the time for FoCuS to change course?
It is time for us to celebrate Norwegian Whale with 100 gifted subs. Oh my god. If that repeats throughout this entire tournament and Lin goes to the grand final, Remo, we're buying an island. Oh my god, dude, you are such a backbone of this channel in the past year or so. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday, my friend. Much love, Norwegian Whale. Much, much, much love.
That's super sick. That's super generous. Thank you very much. Yeah, I like how you were trying to say that he did that in celebration of Lin. I think it may have a bit more to do with your birthday. But, I mean, Lin is also a player to cheer for. I certainly agree.
It might be a mix of both. It is. It has become very, very obvious that Lin is by far Norwegian Whale's favorite player. And, I mean, can we blame him? This guy, so many talents. But okay, let's see if he can close this out. A 2-0 in the Orc Mirror in a round-robin group stage would put Lin in a prime spot, I'd say. Any changes in the hero department? Not really. It is Blade Master here on Tidehunters.
But FoCuS is skipping the barracks. That is very interesting. No shop, no barracks. Blade Master is going to be hoofing it across the map, harass right away. He has to, because he can't heal after creeping. And this game may be very dependent on whether or not FoCuS gets the burrow cancelled, if that's his plan. And also, who's going to get the circlet? Who is closer to the shop between these two spawns? I'm not sure.
Not too sure either. This is what we've seen between Soin and Fly. Instant tech as well. Okay, FoCuS. He's, well, straight up with the same builds. It's tough to do. Lin following this up. Windwalk to the middle. FoCuS is saving that Windwalk.
Lin way faster.
Yeah.
The Windwalk. Also, he had the blade coming out a bit earlier. FoCuS's borrow was just like 2 seconds late, which normally doesn't matter unless you want to get these items.
Feels like FoCuS is already a little bit in trouble. Has to move back. And yeah, Soin paved the... No way. Imagine canceling the barracks here.
Yeah, smart play by Lin. He knows he can threaten the barracks and FoCuS has to go home. He can't counter harass. He can't afford to lose the barracks. And... well, so far FoCuS doesn't have that much to show for this early game, but he does have the faster tech by a little bit at least.
Yeah, we see a lot of FoCuS Super Saiyan emotes in our chat usually when he plays, but not that Super Saiyan shape today. Of course, he was a little unlucky with the Golem pull with the Vampire on Lin's side, but this early game is not working out the way he imagined it to be.
FoCuS really blind at the moment. Only one blade out on the map. No grunt to scout with him. No peon either. But he does somehow manage to find Lin and gets a steal. Okay. That's something at least. Lin got the item though. Ring for him. Not the best. but may sell it, go for some other items instead. We have a marketplace here, of course, so it's time to stack up, baby.
Absolutely. On the retreat now, can move on to the turtle spots maybe. As tier 2 is unfolding, FoCuS still has to work on the shop and his tech isn't even that far ahead.
Yep, absolutely true. And with more grunts, Link can creep way more easily here. This is going to be the turtle going to him. Always gives good experience. Second ring. As long as the Blade Master has inventory space, the rings are okay. But of course, you would love to have more damage instead. FoCuS' blade is looking very sad so far. No circlet yet, no damage yet. Oh, but there we go. That's some slippers. Those look good. Red-colored shoes to wear, just like the old consuls of Rome.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind to me as well. Remo the Historian. And now, where does this move towards? Lyn not really willing to contest this, not attacking really. FoCuS is a bit faster with the Beastery once again. This time though, no peon dead. That should help Lyn in the lumber department. And then we should have an even fight later down the road. I don't know, man. This feels tricky. FoCuS stealing an item away. I like that, but he's slow and he's being caught and he's forced into a windwalk.
Ooh, dude, if that was a dust with the speed scroll, I wonder if that could have netted him a kill. That was a bit scary. Slippers again, and FoCuS inventory all of a sudden looking grand. Still only level 1, but somehow he now has the better items and more experience than Lyn. Look at that.
Okay, nice recovery from this early game. We've seen games here on Tidehunters going very much sideways when one player gets the circlet and the other does not. Shadowhunter threatening the first hex, and with that the Blade Master must retreat. But yeah, calm before the storm. It's all about leveling now.
That's an easy steal. FoCuS probably knew the blade was going to show up again, but I mean, he has to start creeping. He can't just walk around and do nothing. But the blade got the dust. Now there's some detection. But where the Blade Master FoCuS has the lead experience-wise over the opponent, it's Lyn's Shadowhunter who's really pulling ahead.
Okay. We got crit in a second with circlet double slippers. That is very good value. Lyn deliberately giving up on levels on his blade to harass to buy time for the Shadowhunter, where he is ahead indeed. Heal wave unlocked. And Raider Walker coming. Lyn can afford this upgrade a bit faster than last game, but FoCuS still prioritizing this over the second Walker. So a little bit of a difference in the builds.
Big moment here for the steal, trying to get it. He got the last hit, but not the item. Then picks up the Scroll of the Beast. Perhaps the worst item to be found there, but if he doesn't like it, he can still get some good gold from it. As we're trying to build the perfect 50 supply army. At the moment, we're at 40 supply. Both players are. And Lyn is again, perhaps, late with the adept training on his walkers.
Yeah, different philosophy, huh? Going... Wait, wasn't he building the second walker already? A little odd. But yeah, FoCuS is gathering more mana on his walkers, both at around 40. And the shop creep going to Lyn now. That's the Wand of Illusion. Always love the synergy of Spirit Link, Kodos, plus the Wand of Illusion. It's just so much HP in the Spirit Link pool. Let's see if he uses it that way, or rather for scouting. Different choices to make this work. Maybe a mix of both.
Yeah, just scouting for now. Since FoCuS picked up the Scroll of Healing, Lyn is very unlikely to take a fight. You have to be feeling very, very confident if you want to fight into a Scroll of Healing in an even game when you don't have one. So most likely Lyn's just going to creep up now, wait for the next scroll to be ready. That is 2 minutes after the first scroll. And it's one of those cases where you have to keep the timer in mind. These heal scrolls, especially in Orc Mirror, so important.
Here we go. Golem. Is that the big item that FoCuS needs to feel more comfortable? No steal available. It's the Robe of the Magi, kinda decent on the Shadowhunter, who used the Hex on the Illusion. Bye-bye. And that is Red Spot for Lin. Both at 50. Kodo's coming. Disenchant upgrade now. Maybe the early Walker gives him a little bit more damage and faster creep speed? And maybe that's why he's delaying the Dispel.
Yep. I guess it's a valuable point. Walkers have very high damage for being casters. Over 20 magic damage, especially good against heavy armor creeps. Items, by the way, for Lin, really not the best. He found the Ankh, sold that one. He found also the Scroll of the Beast, which I think at this point he should certainly sell, because against, you know, Disenchant, rather on the weak side. So Lin here on the second map, not really blessed by amazing items.
But you know who's blessed? We! By a 100 euro donation to Anti-Lucker. Happy birthday, Yannis. Smiley face. Dude, 100 buckos! That's freaking amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The alert will show up after the 100 gift subs by Norwegian Whale are through, so in probably like 2 hours. But freaking amazing. Much love, guys.
Look at all those rings, baby. Blade Master doesn't have that much damage, but he's got plenty of rings for armor and regen. Scroll of the Beast was popped. Lin didn't sell it, he's fighting now with it. It was partially dispelled, but not on all of it. Blade Master FoCuS already super hurt, needs to be healed. Where's the healing?
Yeah.
Heatwave coming in now, finally.
Okay, here we go. Let the crits rain. 177, the big advantage for FoCuS in this fight. Kodo Beast ensnared and focused right away. A little bit of an advantage for FoCuS, I'd say, with that damage output, but Lin has a mana potion, holding on to it for the very important moments. Wind of Mana stealing, of course, fantastic. We've seen it on Twisted, on Lin's side. Now it's working out for FoCuS. Neck and neck fight, as Orc Mirrors tend to be with the Spirit Link. It takes forever to kill something, but when a unit falls, the downfall is quick. We got more Raiders falling on both sides, less control. Kodo for FoCuS taken out as well, but level 3 for Lin finally catching up in the damage department now.
Still a very close encounter. The Blade Master, though, is stronger for FoCuS. It's a notable thing to keep in mind. But FoCuS now falling back. Needs to have more healing. Shadowhunter back at the shop trying to go for clarities. But the Ensnares, of course, looking for more kills on the retreat. And I thought FoCuS perhaps had this fight, but in the end...
You can't.
In the end...
You can't. You can't beat him. You cannot beat Lin with this style in Orc Mirror. He's just the best. He does everything a little bit better than his opponent.
Yeah, impressive fight. It was also a beautiful engagement. The arc in the engage was huge right there. Pion even canceling some healing.
Yeah.
Cheeky, right now low HP.
There you go. Quad S demonstrandum. When you were talking about Rome, I'm bringing out the Latin. Yeah, FoCuS, man. Good luck with that now. 30% ahead on the Shadowhunter. Even levels on the Blade Master. Definitely a one fight for Lin, who's now about to close out this series 2-0. And that would be a big step towards the group stage win.
Seems like we're back to a fairly even position, though. Supply-wise, we're even. Hero level-wise and stuff, we're pretty even. Blade Master FoCuS kept it really strong. Can he steal the item here? Can he get something? No, he can't.
No.
He got it. Big invuln for him.
Oh, man.
Picks that one up for himself. Speed scroll popped as well, trying to get some devours maybe. Oh, but the Kodo is caught. Lin's Kodo is caught and it's going down quickly.
Okay, is there a save somewhere? Doesn't seem like it. Level 4 on the Shadowhunter, a little bit more mana. This is the fight for FoCuS now. If he wants to get something done in this series, he has to do critical damage to Lin now. Raider also blocked right there. Nice little play by FoCuS. Losing the Kodo eventually, but that was soaking up so much. And Lin blasting through the mana potion. FoCuS still holding on to it. A little bit of hero focus. SH retreating for a second. And the new Kodos are coming in.
Faster reinforcements here for Lin are absolutely amazing. The quick Kodos, the Raiders, the Spirit Walkers, everything that's coming from the main can use their abilities and their fighting power instantaneously. Supply-wise, we're still very even. Lots of mana was recovered with that Clarity Potion, and Lin seems to have a lot more mana for the heal waves. And of course, he's close to the shop. Home field advantage here, big for FoCuS.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised to see a big Lin win in a second. Entire army wearing a Crimson Mask. Another Walker goes down level 4, enables level 2 Windwalk, and that's just the downfall for FoCuS, is it not? Down to 39. Excuse me. 36, I guess. And how can you possibly salvage this? Speed scroll, disengagement, focus, serious life on the line here with the Shadowhunter, able to retreat, but that's not an army anymore, man. Massive losses, all the items gone. What can he possibly do now?
FoCuS devouring 2 grunts right now. If he can save these Kodos, bring them back home, it's gonna get him a bit more experience. It's gonna double level up his heroes. They're about, well, still, wait, is that 5 minutes away? Yeah, the 1 grunt needs like 5 minutes apparently. Or is that just HP?
No, that is HP.
Ah, that's HP, never mind. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
You know, as we're all getting older, time passes by a little faster, but that is some fast seconds there. As I have another buffer on the stream. Come on, do you? There we go. FoCuS still sees a chance. I wonder how. There's some items left on the map, especially the big one on the right-hand side. But
he's got a super strong Blade Master. Like, if this Blade can go to town, there's still a chance. But Lin has more supply right now, and most importantly, get the double heal scroll. That is a big advantage.
Yeah.
And it's on a long cooldown now. It seems like Lin could just go into 56 supply, go for the push here. That might be a great opportunity to just win out right away.
FoCuS's army is not ready yet. And I don't see a silver lining, really. Lin ahead in XP. Lin with a better army breaking into upkeep now. Every single fight, he has like 1/3 to 1/4 resource advantage. FoCuS needs some luck, I guess. Otherwise, there's no chance.
Has to trust in the Blade. He's got one hell of a strong Blade Master, but he's behind supply. Oh, Blade got caught.
Uh-oh.
It was revealed. He's getting ensnared. Obviously,
Yes.
can't lose that one.
No, no, no. 130 critical strikes only. That is pretty pathetic for a level 2 crit. But maybe he doesn't need that if he has the sustain. And Lin definitely has the sustain. This time, reinforcements will arrive at the same time. Shadowhunter's also getting caught. Needs to be repositioned. Blade Master very obsessed with the SH and doing lots of damage. But on the other side, Kodo falling. Lin splitting all the raiders to the north where FoCuS was trying to move the Kodo away from the fight. That means, of course, the Blade Master's not attacking. That might just go a little quicker. Kodo nicely dodged by Lin. Oh my god, he's so good.
Raiders solo taking out one of the Kodo beasts. So many ensnares. When you have 4 raiders alive and ready to tango, it's just so many ensnares you can keep throwing. One got devoured, but not for long. Kodo getting taken out, and now Lin completely running away with supply. And this game, clean 2-0 for Lin. And that is easy points.
Both at the same time scratching their neck. Absolutely in sync. The 2 best orcs in the world. But Lin, another 2-0 victory. It seems like whenever these guys play, one is ahead. 2-0, 2-0, 3-0. Always decisive series, and this time it goes towards